Oh, yeah.
What's up, friends? Welcome back to another Kanika RN video. In this week's video, I'm going to take you on a little tour and expose you to a few places in the upstate of South Carolina that I really enjoy. These are going to be a few places in like Greenville, Clemson, Anderson, Pendleton area. I actually shot this intro before, but I accidentally deleted it. So my hair is going to be different for the rest of the video. The sunlight is going to be different for the rest of the video. Me and technology are oil and water. We don't mix, but I'm going to make it work. I will not let technology defeat me. So the first place we're going to talk about in this video is Clemson. Obviously, Clemson would have to be the first place that I talk about. It's a place that's very near and dear to my heart. I am a Clemson alum, and if you ever get a chance to drive through Clemson's campus, it's beautiful. So please drive through the campus if you ever get a chance. If you're a real big college sports fan, football fan in general, if you have the chance to go to a game, it's a great time. It's electric. Whether you're particularly a Clemson fan or not, the environment is just, it gets to you. It really, like, it's a kind of euphoria that you feel. Since it is like 127 degrees in South Carolina and it's about to be October, sunlight, you understand it's October and it should be like 70 degrees. Go ahead and get some ice cream at 55 Exchange. It's made on Clemson's campus. It's in the Hendricks Center. And another place that I just have to mention in Clemson, it's so near and dear to my heart. I probably passed nursing school because of this place, is a coffee shop called All In. And their cinnamon buns, the rest of the stuff, coffee, all that, it's very nice, family owned and operated. So very good feeling in there in general, but their cinnamon bun, delicious. It's not the typical like white icing. It's like a brown butter toffee icing. Oh god, y'all, go get a cinnamon bun. It's so good. I distinctly remember a particular time where I was studying at All In, and I just shoved a cinnamon bun in my mouth in about 60 seconds. And there was a group of sorority girls sitting beside me. I shouldn't generalize. Maybe they weren't sorority girls. I shouldn't assume, not generalize. But there was a particular type of tone they had, if you know what I'm talking about. One of the girls, she ordered a cinnamon bun. She said, "Guys, I cannot finish this by myself. You're gonna have to help me. There's no way I can get through this by myself." And I was like, oh my god, I was about to eat a second one. And you know what? I did eat a second one. Eat the cinnamon bun. You don't need to share that. Alright, once you've driven through Clemson's campus, I'm going to suggest you make your way to a little bit further in Oconee County and check out two other very nice places. I truly consider these two hidden gems. I'm going to share them with y'all because I like you. I don't think this is something that most people will just find like on a random like Google search or anything. I think this is one of those like places that you have to know someone who knows about them. So I'm your someone. So here you go. One place is Chattooga Belle Farm. It is this beautiful farm. The whole backdrop is the mountains, and they have a bistro called Belle's Bistro. It's farm to table. Most of the food there is brought in from like local farmers if it's not grown on that actual farm, the Chattooga Belle Farm. And they have a lot of fruit wines, not just grape, but like peach, apple, cherry. The scenery is heaven. It is truly heaven. People get married out there. And while you're at Chattooga Belle Farm, there is a waterfall called Brasstown Falls, probably less than a 15-minute drive. It is like a half-a-mile hike, if that, so it's very friendly for like any age, any physical ability. And those waterfalls are gorgeous, especially for the effort to reward ratio. It's really nice. There's not a lot of effort required. So yeah, go ahead and combine both of those things together and it makes for a gorgeous day, especially in South Carolina when 9 months out of the year the weather is so awesome. Alright, so we've gone Clemson, we've gone to Chattooga, we've done some hiking, so now we're going to make our way to Anderson, which is home for me. I've always called Clemson home because usually if I'm out of state and I tell people Anderson, they're like, what? Who? What? So I don't really just tell them Clemson or Greenville is home, but I am from Anderson. So there's three food places that I'm going to shout out in Anderson and Pendleton. One is a breakfast joint, Mr. Rivers in downtown Anderson. And right next to it is a place called Summa Joes, like pizza, Italian, pretty casual, like family vibe restaurant, nothing hi-fi, nothing high-dine about it. And they're actually owned by the same family. So Mr. Rivers is open from 7 to 11. And then Summa Joes, I think, opens either at 11 or 12, and it's the whole family shifts over to this other restaurant that's right next door. Both places, food is delicious, local, good stuff, not pricey. Definitely check it out. The Thai frittata at Mr. Rivers is just wonderful. And the place I'm going to mention in Clemson, interestingly, I've never eaten there because I'm a veggie chick myself. But for any of you barbecue connoisseurs, there's a place called Smoking Pig in Pendleton. People from Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, any surrounding southern places, people who really enjoy barbecue. Some people say it is the best barbecue they've had in the Southeast, which I know is quite a bold claim, but I do know people, who absolutely love it. Some people have their weddings catered from there, so there must be something to it, y'all. So check it out and let me know what you think. I got another hidden gem for you. You ready? The next hidden gem I'm going to talk about is Lake Jocassee. It is probably an hour drive either from Clemson or Greenville. They kind of make a triangle. And it is a man-made reservoir. I've never had trouble with that word before. Reservoir. Man-made reservoir. And it's fed from Appalachian river water. It is pristine. It's so blue, so clear. You can be up to like this area. I was about to say nipples, but you know what I mean. You can be up waist high. Let's go for that. And you can see your feet. It is the coolest, clearest, most beautiful lake I've been to, like in the Southeast. And they have several waterfalls, but most of the waterfalls aren't accessible by trail on foot. You have to go to them by boat, kayak, paddleboard. So that's what I would highly suggest is rent a kayak, rent a paddleboard for a few hours. Just kind of explore the lake, find yourself a waterfall. You can actually even get out of your kayak or your paddleboard, swim around, pack a picnic, and it is gorgeous. So go check it out. It's gorgeous. So the final place I'm going to mention on my little upstate tour is Greenville. Greenville probably has the most to do. So the first place you have to hit up is downtown, which is a given. Falls Park is absolutely also a given. Absolutely gorgeous. It is a suspension bridge, and I think it's actually considered like one of the top 10 like public parks in the US. They have all kinds of festivals going on in downtown all the time. Shakespeare Festival in the summer. They have Downtown Alive like every Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the summertime. They have an event called Fall for Greenville coming in October. I think it's October 10th if I remember right, and it is one of the biggest food and music festivals in the Southeast. It is, it's just, there's a lot going on. Really, really fun time to hang out in downtown. Again, so many bars, so many restaurants. There's no way I could ever give you like a full list. But I'm just gonna give two places that I really, really like. The first one is a place called Cantina 76. 67? 76. 76. I think it's 76. I'm a taco fiend. I love guacamole. I love sour cream. I love a good taco. Nothing turned my day upside down in a good way. Upside down, right side up, whatever, you know what I mean. It makes my day good. A good taco. And their margaritas are also boss. They have a great happy hour. And actually, coincidentally, the other place I'm going to suggest is literally across the street, as close as you and I are right now. It's called Coffee Underground. Again, this is another one of those like very near and dear to Kanika's heart kind of places. Very good food. Their veggie chili, highly recommended. A lot of good desserts. The tiramisu is my fave, so go check that out. See if you like the tiramisu as much as I do. But the second reason I really, really love Coffee Underground is they have a theater in there that there's a company called Alchemy Comedy. Actually, improv and sketch comedy. They do, but they have shows there I believe every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they also have training classes. And I trained with Alchemy for a few months, and I had the best time. Please check out a show. If you're just like random Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're like, what do I do? I don't want to go bowling. I don't want to go to a club. I don't want to, I just want to do something different. Go to an improv show. It is so fun. The caveat with improv, 60 to 70% of the time, it is great. It is hilarious. 20 to 30% of the time, does those add up? I don't know if those added up. It can be a little like, that's not really that funny, or, some of the jokes don't land. You throw your dart, you miss the board, whatever. I always have a great time either way. The idea of just someone being up on stage and trying to come up with things on the spot, I just have so much respect for it. And every time I go, I have a great time. One of the founders, Harrison Brookie, so funny, so sharp, so witty. The company is filled with a lot of really talented people. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, go check out Alchemy Improv. I think it's gonna be a good time for you. What else? Oh, I remember. Okay, so Jones Gap is a park in the outskirts of Greenville, and some amazing hiking. The Upstate in general is just awesome for outdoorsy people. So many lakes, so many great hikes. My favorite hike in Jones Gap is Rainbow Falls. Absolutely beautiful. It ends at this huge waterfall, and there's two big trees kind of growing out of a rock, so a lot of times people will bring a hammock, string it between the trees, and you feel the mist of the waterfall like while you're laying in the hammock. It also forms like two shallow pools that you can kind of cool off in. Your dogs can cool off in there. But even aside from Rainbow Falls, there's a lot of great hiking in Jones Gap and in the area in general. Blind Horse. Okay, so there is, for any of you who are not from the South or are very Southern by heart, there is a country western saloon called the Blind Horse, and I believe they have line dancing lessons there every Wednesday. They did, at least when I lived there, but I lived there 3 years ago, so go ahead and check out on their website. It is a cultural experience. I remember, again, some things they don't leave your mind ever. I remember going there for Halloween. One year we went as for a costume contest, and I remember going in there and being like, oh wow, like I'm the only non-white person in here, which I grew up in Anderson, South Carolina. I'm very used to that. I have no problem with that. But for some reason that day I felt very aware of it. Not that anyone treated me in any negative way at all. I had a great time. But I remember I locked eyes with a black gentleman, and we were like, oh, there's another one. There's another non-white person in here. So I just remember it being very funny, and we kept kind of, poking fun about that the rest of the night. But yeah, it's a good time. Check it out, especially if you want a nice Southern cultural experience. It's real fun. God, that was awful. That was an awful accent. I'm usually better. My Southern accent's usually better than that. And the very last place that I cannot help but narcissistically help but mention is when I was living in Greenville, I had a couple of people come up to me and ask me, like, Kanika, do your parents own a restaurant in Greenville? And I said, no, they own a hotel, but they don't own a restaurant. And they said, that's weird, because there is a restaurant called Kanika's it's on Haywood Road in Greenville. And I said, wow, that is strange. So of course I had to check it out. I had to make sure that they were doing justice to my name, Kanika. And it's a Thai place, so the food there, every time I've eaten there, luckily it has been fantastic. Very interesting thing about the restaurant, it's a BYOB, so they don't serve alcohol there, but bring a nice bottle of wine, bring some beer to share with your friends. I think that's the end of my list. I'm absolutely certain as soon as I get done with this video, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't tell them about XYZ. But if I have left anything out, if you're from the Upstate, you've spent a lot of time there, or you've just happened to travel through there, if there's any place that you're like, oh my god, Kanika, you tripping, you didn't tell them about, whatever this place is, let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Maybe I forgot, or maybe I don't even know about it, and you're gonna give me a chance to explore something new, to find something new in my home areas. So the next city, what's the next city, Kanika? We're gonna do, next week we're gonna do Charlotte, North Carolina, another city that the longer I spend here, the more I love. And I think there are a few little new places. Even if you're from the area, I might be able to introduce you to a couple of new things. Whew, I've tried to do that as quickly and as efficiently as I possibly could. Please subscribe if you are enjoying these videos, you'd like to see some more. I'm going to be doing a few more cities, so I hopefully will show you a couple of other little hidden gems. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and as always, my friends, please keep it sweet and salty, and I'll see you next time.